Hello, everybody. I'm going to be ranking every single Hertz sound. If you don't know what Hertz is, it's just levels of what humans can or cannot hear, and someone put it as predefined up to 20,000. Luckily enough, I found a tier list for the first 1,000. So I'm not exactly sure if I can get through the full 1,000, but I will try my best. We'll see how it goes. So, no point just standing around doing nothing. Let's try the first one. Okay, I really can't hear anything, and the whole point is to hear something, so unfortunately, number one is going to get an F. Absolutely can't hear anything. Worst one so far. Only one we've done. Let's go to 2. Okay, there's a little bit of a buzz. It tickled my head for a second, but nothing good. I'll put it in D. Okay, about the same as number 2, who would have thought, so we gotta put that in D. Maybe number 4 will give us a little bit of a secret. Okay, no. Actually, it appears to be almost the exact same as number 4. So, that's number 3. So, let's go to number 5, see if that does anything. Quite frankly, I don't know why, but that made me tingle a little bit more than usual. I'm going to put that in C. I just like it. It made me feel a little bit better. Let's go with number 6 now. Okay, for some reason, it felt the exact same as number 4. I don't know why, I don't know why 5 felt a little bit better, but it did. Let's try number 7. Okay. Got a lot of information from that. Turns out it's almost exactly the same as 6. Let's try number 8. Okay. Okay. Right about in D. Who would have thought? Let's try number 9. Okay. That actually felt a little bit better. It felt about the same as 5, oddly enough. Let's try number 10. Didn't hear much. Half the time it won't even play. I'll put that in F. It was terrible. I did not like it. Absolutely horrible. And I'm so mad that the first double digit of this whole session is absolute dog shit. It makes me mad. Maybe I'll turn up the volume a bit. Okay. I'll lump that in D. It had the same feel. Nothing bad, but nothing great. Let's go with 12. Felt about the same as 11. Okay, let's go with 13. Okay, head tingled a bit more at that for some reason, so we'll put that in C. Okay, 14, we're getting to some good ones now. There's a little bit of pickup, and I like that. So let's go with C again. I like it so far. Okay. That one doesn't feel as crisp as 14 and 13 for some reason. We'll put that in D. Let's go with 16. Okay. That felt about the same as 15, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know why they all sound the same, but well, I don't know. It is what it is. Felt the same. Now this bit is getting a bit old, so I'm just going to be flying through these because there's nothing notable with these at the moment. We've got some heavy hitters later on, but for right now it's just simple things that we're going to be trying to get into. Also, ignore this. We are going to be doing all 20,000 if my brain allows me to. Hopefully I don't die. But, 18. Okay, same. Who would have thought? Oh, gotta keep it organized. Okay, let's try 19. Okay, exact same. Nothing fantastic, nothing great. Okay, let's try 20. Okay, felt a little more crisp for some reason, so we'll put that in C. 21. I don't know, gives me D vibes. 22. Also D vibes. That one, for some... Let me try. Half the time it doesn't even work. Dog shit. F. Hate it. Horrible. I'm supposed to hear stuff. Okay. Ooh. Ooh, I can finally pick up on some background static. I'm going to put that in B. That was really nice to actually hear something the whole way through instead of just at the start when the audio clicks. That was nice. Our first B of the day. Very nice. Hearing a bit of background, but didn't hear that little buzz that it usually begins with. So we'll put that in probably C. It'll probably be fine. So currently, we're at 25 out of 1,000. So, what is that? We're 25% way to the done for 100%. So we're 2.5% of the way done. We've got a lot more to go. This video is probably a few minutes long, so I'm going to assume that this is probably going to be about an hour long, if I assume off the top of my head. I'm more focused on getting the noises out, so I might be wrong by that time. Did I hear anything? Ooh, there's a little bit of background fade. I really like that it takes a little bit of effort to actually pay attention to that. I'm going to put that in A. I like that a lot. Pretty good. Ooh, I also really like 27. That's going to be A. That's going to be A. Okay, let's go with 28. Ooh, this is getting nice. I really like this. It just gives my head like a nice little rumble when volume's all the way up. So, I really like that. Ooh, yep, same. We're putting that in A. I really, really enjoy this a lot. This is some good stuff right here. Ooh, that's really good. It reminds me of a cat purring. I really enjoy this. Really. Fuck off. I don't want McAffin or whatever the hell. Fuck off. Why did I get a full body ad? That's stupid. Anyways, 31. Show must go on. Ooh, that's really deep and I really like it. Oh, that's good. That's good shit. Okay, 32. Ooh, my head feels tingly. Okay, 32 is really good. A tier. Oh, wait, that's 32 again. Oh, shouldn't be spoiling ourselves now, should we? 33. Okay, deep rumble. Pretty good shit. And this is where I want to make you question yourself. Why are you still watching the video? Just making sure that you genuinely enjoy it, okay? Because this is probably a long video. You could be doing a lot of better things with your life. But if you're not, and you want to do exactly what I'm doing and waste your pitiful life, please go ahead and continue watching. Thank you. 34. Pretty good shit. Actually, I felt a little bit weirder with this for some reason, so I'm going to put it in B. You know, it just doesn't feel as good. It doesn't have as deep of a rumble, per se. I don't know. 35. You see? Immediately jumps back up to A. It's like, I don't know. Weird. See, that's so good. 36, A. Pretty good shit. You see, the S tier is saved for, you know what, let me change this. See, I want to be able to kind of cream my pants a little bit. You know, I kind of want to have a little bit of that tip drip, if you know what I mean. I want to have a little bit of that ecstasy coming out from one single sound. So, this is reserved. A means, hey, this is pleasant, I'll do it again. B means, okay, this was pretty good, I wouldn't mind hearing it again. C, it was like, I couldn't care one way or another. D, it's kind of like, I prefer not to hear it if there are other sounds I can. And F is, I do not want to hear this again. It was, quite frankly, kind of dog shit. And I'll probably eventually add another one to this where it's just dog shit, where it actually hurts my ears. Everything past about 10,000 is probably going to go in dog shit, but we'll work on that once we get there. Now, what were we on? 37. Let's test out 37. Okay, that deep rumble was really enjoyable. We're going to put it in A again. So, let's go to 38. Okay, pretty nice. Ooh, I really like that. That made my head tingle really nicely. So let's go with 39 now. Okay, Okay. Really like that. We're getting to the point where I almost like kind of cream of the crop, if you know what I mean. Yeah. Ooh, that's really nice. We're gonna put that in A tier also. 41. Okay. For some reason, didn't hit me as hard. We're gonna put that in B. Just didn't feel as good. Okay. I don't know. I'll put that in B. It's not as good. You know, the 30s were really good. The 30s, except for 34. Fuck 34. It wasn't any good. 34 was kind of mid. So let's go with 43. Okay, immediately jumps back up. I really like that. 43 was really good. Okay, let's go with 44. Okay, pretty good. Let's put it in A. We'll give some leniency. 45. Okay, what do we have here? Okay. Not as good. I'll put that in B. It just didn't hit at home just as much, if you know what I mean. 46. Okay. Let's put this in B. No, you know what? A. It deserves A. It's a pretty good sound overall. I enjoyed the few seconds that I had with it. I wouldn't mind coming back and listening to it again. Actually, let's make... Okay. And then we'll change this to blue because it's dog shit. And let's say... Ow. Cheese. There we go. Ouchies. Okay, there we go. What were we on? 47. Yes, we were on 47. Okay. Ooh, really like that. Immediately would put that in A tier. Pretty good shit. This is gonna get a little irritating towards the end because I just gotta keep moving. And this is gonna get bigger and bigger. See how many numbers we have. It's eventually gotta take some time to move these, but we will try. So let's go with 48. Okay. For some reason, doesn't hit as well. We'll put that in B. It's gonna be hard to keep track. I want to make it very clear to you guys what's happening, but I will be referring to them as letters. Mostly. So let's go with 49. Okay, that was also B tier. It was, it was okay. It wasn't anything great. So we're 50. So now we are, what is that? 5% of the way done? Is that how that works? Yeah, we're 5% of the way done. Okay. That is also B tier. Nothing great. So let's go with 51. Okay, that makes my head tingle in a really fun way. So that is going to be A tier. Pretty good shit. So, 52. Okay. So, hear me out. B tier. Also not great. So, let's go with 53. Okay. This is B tier. Okay. Let's go with 54. Okay, I felt the same as 53. Okay, so let's go with 55 now. Okay, a little more enjoyable, but also about the same. Not worthy enough to get into A, but I will say, it's probably top of A. It was definitely more enjoyable than the rest of these, but I will say not as great as up here. I would not put it up at A tier, but it was worthy enough to get top. Well, actually, I really enjoyed 24 and 34, so we will put it right here in front of them. These were definitely more enjoyable, but 55 does deserve to be near the top. I don't really care usually, but it definitely deserves a spot up top. 24 and 34 were definitely memorable. But this is the lineup so far. Let's keep going. We've got a lot to get through. 56. Okay, this one I actually enjoyed quite a bit, so we'll put this up in probably A tier. Yeah, right there. So let's go with 57. Okay. Not as good. I would put this down in B. It wasn't as great. Let's go with 58. Okay. Okay. So, this was actually okay. I don't know why, but this just did not tickle me the way that I needed to. My pickle was not pleased. My little piss rocket was not feeling good from this. Okay, you know what I mean. It was tingling at the tip. So we're gonna put this right at C. I think this is C because it was just not as enjoyable. It was okay. Let's go with 59. Ooh, okay. Straight from C, and then we go A. This was actually so enjoyable. I put this up with 26. Believe it or not, I would put this up with 26. And actually, 35 was pretty good, so let's put it right between. I think this hit me in a way that was a little more enjoyable than 59, but also not as good as 26. It was okay. It was right between them. 35 is it's a different type of enjoyment than 59, but I would say that the type of enjoyment I got from 35 was a bit more fun than 59. They're two completely different sounds, but it was a little bit more enjoyable in that way of having fun than 59, if you know what I mean. So let's go to 60 next. Okay. Let me hear it again. Okay. Controversial. S. Ear orgasm. There's a little bit of tip cream, if you know what I mean. There was a little bit of what did I say originally? I can't remember. It made me come a little bit. Okay, that's what happened. It made me feel a little bit better in my body. So much joy filled me with this that it had to come out a little bit. You know what I mean? So this was actually super enjoyable. I would recommend this to anyone. Please just hop onto the site and listen to this. 60 was absolutely peak. So let's go with 61 now. Okay. A tier. 61 is doing pretty good right now. This lineup is looking good so far. I would say it's pretty good. I do like it. Let's go with 62. We've got a lot more to go through. Okay. 62 is top of A tier. I know this is jumping all over the place, but this is how I feel. If you don't like it, you can do it yourself, but as controversial as the 60s are, I will say that it is A tier. So let's go with 63 next. Okay. I will say that this is as good as 61. I haven't had many matches so far, but I will say 61 and 63 almost hit the exact same for me. Let's go with 64 now. Okay. A tier. Let's go with 65. Okay. Pretty good. Let's go with A tier. Okay, let's go with 66. Okay. That was B. That was okay. It did give me the head tingles, but it didn't feel as good or natural as the other ones. I don't want an artificial pleasure in my body. It just didn't sound as good as it could be. Now, it's still way better leagues out of the way than 5 or 58. But it still didn't feel as good as the other 60s. And that kind of sucks, if you know what I mean. It doesn't feel as good. I will say it's probably above 48, though. Okay, let's go with 67 now. Ooh, immediately a hitter. After. I would put this damn near 62, actually. That was pretty good. That was enjoyable. Let's go with 68. Okay, I'd say exactly the same as the last one. Exactly. 100% the exact same. 69. Okay. That was A tier, but I have to put it in S tier. It just has to go there. This is the only opportunity we're going to have to get this number. We'll circle back at 420. Okay? We'll circle back at 420, reevaluate. But right now, let's go to 70. Okay. 70 was not as good. I'll put it in B. There's just something bad I did not feel right. Not high. I don't have high hopes for 70 right now. Okay. Okay. About the same. I won't lie. 72. Okay. About the same. Again. Very displeasing right now. It's just middle of the road. It doesn't feel great. Okay. About the exact same. Let's go with 74 now. That one felt a little bit better. I'm going to put in A tier. It was pretty good. I wouldn't say the best that it could have been. It was definitely lacking at this point in time. It wasn't at its full potential. It seemed I didn't quite get the noise that most people get from 74, but in this moment, it was still decent. I feel like if at its peak for 74, it could have been an S tier, but that's just my opinion. I don't think it's as great as it could have been, but we'll see. So we'll go with 75 now. Ooh, deep rumble, nice reverb on it. I'd say this is above 67. I'd say right above 67. You know, it felt good. It felt good in the ears. Okay. Let's go with 76. Okay, I would say that's A tier, right at the end. Okay, let's go with 77. Ooh, okay, this is joining 75, right up here. Felt really good. Hit the ears just right. Really enjoyed it. Okay, let's go with 78. Okay. 78. Yep, I would say that's about A tier. Nothing fantastic, but it's pretty good. I would listen to it again. 79. Okay, again, immediately back to top of A tier. Pretty good shit. This is going pretty good. The odds of 70 are doing pretty well. I did not expect a lot from 70 in the beginning, but they came back full swinging with the last few. Pretty damn good. Let's go with 80. Let's see what 80 has to offer for us. Ooh. Oh, man. You know what? Oh. That hit me just right in the brain. That is like the top of S tier. That is really good. My favorite so far. That was really good. Okay, now let's go with 81. I want to see what they have next. Doesn't hit as well. I will say, you know, this is a little bit of a bit. You know, obviously, this is all a little bit of a bit, but not really. I actually am listening and trying to see what my brain says. I will say this is A tier, to a certain extent. I think that if it picked up the vibrations a little more, had a little bit more reverb, it would have hit me just right, but it did not. It just, 80 was the perfect number right then and there. So let's go with 82. Not quite. I put it the same as an 81. Right near the end of A. Okay. So let's go with 83. Okay. That one I enjoyed greatly. I put it probably in the middle of A. It made my brain feel a little funky, if you know what I mean. So let's go with 84. Okay. This was kind of dog shit. And I don't mean... I keep using these verbs when really I should be saying stuff like this. It wasn't as bad. I would put it in B. I mean, if it played again, I'd be okay with it, but I'm not, like, choosing it out at a party. When they say, hey, put it on a Hertz, I'm not choosing 84, you know? I'm up here picking out 80 and 60 and 69 and 62 and 75 and 77, you know what I mean? I'm not going to a party and offering 84. Everyone's like, oh, you're putting it on 84. I mean, it's okay. You know, it's kind of like... I don't know, it's like any party song, really, from, like, 2010s. It's okay. People are okay with it, but they're not looking for it. They're wanting something new, something that's unique for them. You know, 84 is just not going to cut it. So let's go with 85 now, see if it can cut it. You see, that's what I mean. It's enjoyable. It's something new. It's something vibrant. No one ever thinks of 80. You know what I mean? No one ever thinks of 85. You know, it's a new thing. You know, you tell your friend and they listen to it and then they tell their friend. It isn't just a song that everyone assumes is good. It isn't just a sound that everyone assumes is good. It's a great sound. It's just kind of hard to find. It's unique. It stands on its own two legs. So let's go with 86. I will say didn't hit as close to home, but still definitely top of A. I would say probably more enjoyable than 62, actually. It almost climbed to S. It just wasn't right there. So let's go with 87. Okay. Pretty good. I would say it's probably in the middle of A. It was okay. It wasn't anything fantastic. So let's go with 88. Ooh, tingle. I got a little bit of a tingle. Put it at the end of S tier. Pretty good shit. 80s are coming out swinging. Pretty damn good right now. I will say, so far, just from looking at this, I would say you're better off with the top 50. And I'd say from the end of... I'd say from 30 to 50, you have it good. Skip 50 to 60, and then go 60 to 90. Skip the 50s. They weren't as good. I mean, you can have your own opinions and taste, but I would say that you would want to be right around this range where it's the 40s and then everything from 60 and above. So let's go with 89. Is that what we're on? Yes, 89. We're on 89. So, 89, let's try that. Ooh. Okay, I really enjoyed how deep that one is, but it didn't tickle me as much. I'd probably end of A. It's got its own unique flavor. It was pretty good, but we'll see. Okay. 90 felt a little bit weird. I'd probably put it at the top of B. It wasn't anything great. So let's go with 91. Okay, the rumble was really cool in that one. I'd probably put it right above 29. It was okay. I would listen to it again. I would easily pick 91. It's like, I think it's in my top tier Hertz playlist. I'm pretty sure 91 is in there along with 79, 83, and then for some reason 41 is also in there, but I've got a few others stuck in there, so I don't know. I'm coming back from a long hiatus from this. I'm doing another check through this. Your taste kind of evolves as you grow and learn and experience life, and it just, some things you enjoy and some things you lose attraction in, So we'll keep going. I'm relearning everything about these, so let's listen to 92. Okay. Pretty damn good. I will say I felt a little something in the back of my brain. I put it at very low S tier. It was pretty good. That was definitely enjoyable. I really like that. Okay. Sorry, that was actually really good. Oh, that's shit. Okay, 93. My bad. So 93. Okay. I would put this in end of A tier. It was okay. It was pretty decent. 94. That just didn't hit as much as I wanted to. I'll put it at B. It just wasn't as great. Let's go with 95. Okay, about the same. It wasn't anything fantastic. Put it right there in B. So let's go with 96. Okay. Yes, let's put it right there. Pretty good. Okay, let's go with 97 now. Ooh, tingled the brain. Really enjoyed that. End of S. Pretty good shit. Okay, let's go with 98. Okay, not bad. Let's, I put this in A tier. Let's go with 99. Okay, I put this about the same. Now let's go with 100. Okay, pretty good. I would put this in A. 100 I thought would offer a lot more, but it didn't. Now, I do think I've intaken quite a bit of these sounds. This is the list so far. I have digested a lot. I've learned a bit more about myself, and I've reevaluated the sounds that I enjoyed, and I do think that as of right now, I will be stopping. There are some things that I need to take care of. This is probably going to be the end for right now, but I will be coming back to do more. Now, you might not agree with this. I will put this list down in the comment, down in the description. I advise you to go make your own opinions about these sounds. I will also be putting this down in the description for you guys. And I would, there's a lot. There's a lot that you can choose from. There's up to 20,000. I would definitely say that try your own, try your opinions, share them. I would love to hear your opinions on the sounds. And I've still got quite a few more. I've got 900 more that I want to do next video, and then I've got all these to go from. There's quite a bit, but as of right now, this is the tier list. 80 was a huge hitter. There was 60, which I absolutely enjoyed. It was a different kind. 69, which was more for the meme. It's a funny number. 85, which was definitely still as enjoyable as 80, almost as much as 60 in my opinion. 88 was pretty damn close. 92 gave me a special feeling that I haven't felt in a while with these sounds. 97 was right at the end. It was just like a nice send-off to the whole thing. It was pretty damn good. And then we've got the A's, which I enjoy. I would listen to again. I put them in my mix again to play while I'm at the gym. B's, I think if it was there, if it was playing, I'd be willing to listen to it, but I'm not going out of my way to play it. C, they are okay. I'm not looking for them. I don't really care if it's playing. I'm not just bopping my head or anything. It's just whatever. It is what it is. These, D, I would not listen to these again. I might ask the person who's playing these sounds to skip them. I think there are better ones in the mix, and honestly, I don't think that these should have attention brought to them. 1, 10, and 23 were kind of dog shit. I haven't seen a dog shit in a while, but these ones were terrible. I would easily leave a party immediately if these started playing it, and the sound player wouldn't skip the song for me. So far, I haven't gotten any ouchies, but I know they exist. I've gone through this process before. They do start to get pretty bad up in the few thousands, if you know what I mean. So, with all that said, this is the list so far. I will be saving this. Hopefully, it has a save feature. And this is the list so far. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll be doing more very soon. And I'll see you guys later.